Hello and welcome to the Lead In. This is the first episode. It's going to be a show where we're going to be previewing the best games in the Premier League, the upcoming games. I mean, of course, that's obvious. I'm so stupid. Guys, okay. So Tottenham versus Arsenal is going to be the biggest game this weekend. And Nakai, the Arsenal supporter, unfortunately, we're going to give it to her to give us a preview and what she thinks is going to happen.
Right. First of all, I'd like to make it clear, not an Arsenal supporter whatsoever. But yeah, I do think this is going to be a massive game this weekend, another London derby. And I think after the game last weekend with Tottenham and Chelsea, which was a bit underwhelming in my opinion, it was a 0-0 draw. Yeah, I feel like people thought Tottenham were going to win. People thought Chelsea was going to win. But anyways, I think for this Tottenham and Arsenal game, one, you have Arsenal where I feel like the players are feeling a bit demoralized. They might not have as much confidence in their manager and confidence in themselves as well going into this game after the loss against Wolves, I think. Yeah, Wolves. Last weekend. So yeah, coming from that standpoint, I do think and as well Tottenham, they've been quite confident. You can see in their recent games. So I do think it's going to be a tough game, but I think Tottenham are going to win. That's my prediction.
I see. But so when you're mentioning that the players are losing confidence in the manager, are you trying to tell us that if Arteta loses this one, it's getting closer and closer to that spot where the fans and maybe next the owners are going to want him out of Arsenal?
I think the loss in confidence in Arteta, I feel like is a major thing, because once players start losing confidence in their manager, you can see the way they play on the pitch. They might not have, you can tell when a player wants to play for their manager, when they want to play for their club. They put everything in the game.
Okay, so this is my last question to you. Do you think that the lack of confidence in the manager is justified? Is the manager messing the team up? Is he actually making them worse instead of making Arsenal better? Do you think it's Arteta's fault?
I feel like to a certain extent, I mean, you can't really blame the manager for everything, because at the end of the day, he's not the one on the pitch kicking the ball. It's the players. So yeah, of course, the manager does play a role in that. He's the driving force behind the motivation in the team and, the pep talks and saying, guys, let's keep pushing, let's do this. But at the end of the day, it's the players themselves that are on the pitch. If the players aren't in the game, if the players, you also have to, as a player, motivate yourself to a certain extent. So even if you feel like, okay, I'm not happy with the manager, you still have to know I'm playing for my club, I'm playing for myself. So yeah, I don't think we can put all the blame on Arteta. I feel like it's 50-50.
Nigel, you seem as if you've got something to say.
No, I was just saying that I agree with what she's saying. I don't think it's necessarily an Arteta thing. I think Arteta has almost helped them and give them a way, showing them a way that he wants to play. But I just think the quality of the players as well, and some players are really, rotten. Look at players like David Luiz, etc. I don't think they're good enough to play, for a team at that level, honestly. So I think that's the problem with Arsenal. I think the quality is not there.
Okay, so obviously Nakai and Nigel think Tottenham will be missing Harry Kane because they said he's injured. They probably think they're gonna beat Tottenham. That they're gonna beat Arsenal.
Oh, I think it's gonna be a draw. I think it's gonna be a draw. I think Jose Mourinho is gonna want a draw. I think he's gonna be fine with a draw. So he's just gonna do what he did against Chelsea. He's gonna sit. He's gonna have Sissoko. Oh, he's gonna have Sissoko and Obama.
No. Okay.
And I think.
No, let's give it to you, Mbai.
Okay.
Okay, I agreed with everything he said. I just don't agree with the part where he says Mourinho's going to be okay with the draw, because at the top of the table, the top four were literally 1 point difference. So if Liverpool takes 3 points, if Chelsea takes 3 points, Mourinho's falling to third. So he needs 3 points, because like I think Chelsea's taking the win this weekend. Liverpool's taking the win. So if Mourinho walks away with 1 point, he's lost his little number one, you know. So he needs that win. Like he needs that win, because like Chelsea were taking the W. So
I think
so
he wants. I
not
think
okay
he
with one.
obviously wants a win, but I think he can settle for a draw. I think Mourinho is the type to say, okay, against the big teams, if we can get a point, I think it'll be fine. And then against the smaller teams, we beat those teams. So I think a draw wouldn't be bad for Mourinho. It wouldn't be bad for Arteta as well. I just think it's going to be a draw. That's what I think.
I actually think the draw is going to be bad for Mourinho.
Mourinho?
Yeah, because he's got Liverpool on the horizon. Yeah, Liverpool is on the horizon. It's better to win now before you play a team like Liverpool.
Exactly.
So you think he'll say it's better, like what you're saying, better to get 3 points now and then we can go get a draw at Liverpool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because if he doesn't take 3 points, he's already fallen to third. Which
and
is,
you know how much
not ideal for someone
being number one.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So with Kane missing,
but if he does come out of his shell, if he lets Tottenham play how they want to play, then I think it will also expose them a bit. So that will also be a problem. So it'll be an interesting game if it's like that then.
But don't you think, guys?
Wait, I have a point I want to say. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, should I go?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys said like you see a draw, and I see a draw too. But one thing that I noticed, I don't see Arsenal scoring. Like I don't see how that can happen. If we fail to score, and you guys have seen our attacking talent, you've seen who we have up front. If we fail to score, and who Arsenal has Lacazette and Aubameyang, like they've not been doing much. So I don't see them scoring. And if they do score, it's going to be like a defensive error. Because if Mourinho decides, all right, I'm parking that bus, there's no goals like that. There's no way they're scoring. Like I don't see Arsenal scoring. Like it's not going to be easy for them to score that.
But don't you think we're undermining Aubameyang's ability though? Yes, he's had a tough start to the season, but don't you think he has those moments in him?
I do see. The thing is, like for me, he's like a top 3 striker in the Prem, but we have to remember that he's not warm right now. You know, he's still a bit rusty, so we can't expect him to just wake up that one game. And the thing is, they have Aubameyang, not only, but low-key only Aubameyang, and we had like Werner, Tammy, Pulisic, Ziyech. We had like 4 Aubameyangs, and we still didn't score. So one of him versus 4 of ours. Like I don't know.
Okay.
I'm actually starting to think that maybe Arteta is a bit overrated. Of course, he's gonna be held in high regard because he comes from the overrated school of Pep Guardiola. You know, if someone is associated with Pep Guardiola, then automatically they get overrated, just like Arteta. We have to start looking at his results, you know, in an objective manner. If someone else was losing as much as Arteta was losing, do you think you'd be given like the same freedom, the same slack that we give Arteta?
Who's answering?
Yeah. Okay.
Anyone?
Yeah.
Go.
Okay. For me, he's obviously having a difficult time at the moment, but I think that also comes with he's trying to give the team an identity. You understand? So I think it's kind of a build when it's like that. If it was a situation where he goes in every game, like what Mourinho does basically, and he says, okay, for this game we're going to play like this, and then we're going to do this for this game like that. I think it's different. It's different. But now he's trying to have that almost Manchester City way of playing, where he has the ball, he's opening teams up, he's controlling the game. So I think it makes it sometimes it can be very difficult for him to do that. And his defense as well is not probably the best. And Aubameyang is not firing, so he's got problems at the moment.
He wants to play like Man City, but doesn't have Man City quality players.
Exactly.
So I mean, how does it work?
Okay.
Yeah, see, but sticking with my point, the Arteta thing, guys, I don't know if you've met this type of fans where, when Arteta does something wrong, then you say, this is wrong. They defend him religiously. Then they say this, I particularly hate this. It's good. You just don't understand it, but it's good. They don't even explain why it's good. They just tell you, nah, Jorginho is a good player. You just don't know football. Or they tell you, Pep Guardiola is good. He does this. It's just because you don't know football. You don't understand it. I think Arteta is in that same breath.
Yeah, like what you're saying. I think it's just okay. Go on.
Oh, sorry. For me, I'm not completely backing the fact that Arteta is not a good manager, not necessarily doing well, because people tend to forget, just a while ago, this man won the FA Cup. We forget that. And I mean, FA Cup is not like a massive trophy. It's not like UCL or anything, but he still, won that. Chelsea in semis, Liverpool, and who did they play in finals? I can't remember. But yeah, this guy got the FA Cup. So I'm not necessarily too scared for him or anything. And I think Arsenal's problem is not necessarily him. It's just they just don't have anything up front. That's the truth. That's Arsenal's issue. Arteta, okay, maybe it is his issue that they don't have, anything up front, but it's the players, it's on pitch. Arsenal, they can concede a few goals, but they're not scoring. That's why they've only scored 10 goals in 10 games. So at the back, they can stop you guys from scoring. That I'll tell you for sure. Arsenal, if they say you're not scoring today, you're not going to score. But they're not going to score as well. You know what I mean? Up front, they just don't have anything. If you think Arsenal, you think Aubameyang. And after Aubameyang, then you have to think, oh yeah, there's Lacazette. Oh yeah, there's, you have to think after that. It's not like other teams where it's okay, up front, we got these three. For them, they just need to invest in more strikers. And if they do that, then Arsenal will be Arsenal again.
Yeah, I'd like to say,
a stat against Wolves, a quick stat, they had 2 dribbles the whole game. So
bad.
No, they're so poor, guys. You look at a guy like Lacazette, at the moment, he doesn't even belong on a team like Southampton. He belongs in the bin. Look at
he's getting trolled.
Yeah, no, it's
They're calling him Alexander Lack of Threat.
Oh, no, that's a good one. Lack of threat, exactly. Lack of threat.
Alexander Lack of Threat.
You're not scared to face that guy. If he's a strike on the opposing team, then you're okay, this might be a holiday. The stats are reading something
true.
They're creating 1 chance per match in the Premier League. Compared to the defensive, the parking the bus Mourinho team that's creating 2.3 chances a game. How bad can they be? I'm not giving them a chance, guys. I'm calling this 2-0 to Tottenham. 2-0.
Okay, I have something. Look. Yeah. Okay, I know that you can say, 2-0 to Tottenham. Oh, 1 second. I know you can say 2-0 to Tottenham, but this weekend, when you thought Leicester versus Fulham, I can guarantee all of you were easy for Leicester, right? I watched that game and I was like, man, we didn't get 3 points against Tottenham. Leicester's coming above us. We're going to 4th. I sat down and I was like, I'm watching the first half only. Fulham, the team at the bottom, literally took points from Leicester. So I'm not going to completely rule out the chance of Arsenal, taking points. It's very slim, but if Fulham can do it, then yeah.
I have to shout out the defensive midfielder who was playing for Fulham, who was playing against Leicester. What's his name? He was outstanding.
I think there was Harrison Reed and is it Andre Zambo Anguissa? Something like that.
Anguissa, exactly. Yeah, Anguissa. Yeah. He was, oh my God, he was a bulldozer. He was unbelievable in that game.
But you guys are not going to convince me otherwise. I'm saying Tottenham is going to win this match. I'm going to bet. We can ask for, the guys watching this video to give us their thoughts in the comments. I'm sure that most of them are going to agree with me. Arsenal doesn't stand a chance here. I'm going to give, okay, I'm not a bank. Let me think. $10, $10 to everyone who watches this video. If Arsenal win.
How many goals?
If Arsenal win.
Salah
yeah. If Arsenal win.
Arsenal are not going to win. I don't think Arsenal are going to win, though.
Yeah, that's why I'm betting.
I just think the best result is a draw.
Yeah.
The best result is a draw for me.
Okay.
That's the best Arsenal can do.
That's what I'm saying. If Arsenal wins, anyone who comments in the comment section, I'm going to give them $10 because I don't believe it's going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Nah, it won't. It won't, but
I can if I had a house, I was going to bet my house on this match. Arsenal
Imagine
will not
the
win.
scenes when Aubameyang turns
but
it
like
on.
look at it like this. Like if I had asked you guys, if I had said to you, okay, Fulham and Leicester, Arsenal and Tottenham, between Arsenal and Fulham, who is more likely to win their match? Like confirm, you'd say Arsenal is more likely to win than Fulham to beat Leicester, right?
No.
Come on now. Have you seen what Fulham has been doing?
Arsenal are so bad, guys. Arsenal are just so bad. You can't give them a chance. They can't beat anyone.
Okay, so Arsenal or Fulham, who's better?
Okay, Arsenal beat Fulham when everything was still fresh. But right at this moment, I'd put my money on Fulham.
Okay.
They've lost their last 3 matches in a row. Is it? Oh, they haven't won in 3. No, yeah. They haven't won in 3. They lost 3-0 to Aston Villa. Then lost to Wolves after Raul Jimenez had gone off.
I mean, Liverpool lost 7-1 to Villa as well. So
okay, maybe. Okay, so do you have anything more to add on this Tottenham versus Arsenal match? I've said my bit. I don't think Arsenal have got a chance.
I say draw.
I say draw or Tottenham wins.
I don't know, but it's gonna be a good game.
Why are we so scared to just predict, guys?
Why are you sitting on the fence?
Yeah.
Why are you
Me?
Yeah.
Guys,
Okay, guys, I'm gonna be 100% with you. Maybe I am leaning a bit towards Arsenal because I really want them to take points off Tottenham. But to be honest with you, I don't see them kicking Tottenham. I would like them to, but I don't see it happening. But I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good to watch. So I think a draw or a Tottenham win.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's talk Chelsea versus Leeds on this very biased panel. 4 Chelsea supporters. 4 Chelsea supporters. Yeah.
Everyone.
Chelsea versus Leeds. I mean, Chelsea have got a good record versus promoted teams. I mean, I think, of course, Leeds is going to be the toughest promoted opponent for Chelsea in a long time because they really play some good football. But I don't see anything past a Chelsea win here, guys.
I could see a draw. I could see it.
I can see a Patrick Bamford goal, that's for sure.
Yeah, I just don't know if sometimes Chelsea turns up and they are very they're passive. Like they're not there, they're not in the moment, And Leeds are always in the moment. Leeds are always going to work. Leeds are always they're always going to put 100%. Every single player is always going to put 100%. So I think that might be difficult for Chelsea to deal with. I'm not sure, but I can see a draw. I can see a draw. Really?
I just need to see Giroud.
I'm very confident
in that game.
If Giroud plays, are winning 6-0.
The problem is trying to put... Did you say 6-0?
12.
I'm telling you, because I don't know what the problem is. Giroud will come on like second half when there's like 20 minutes left of the game. Like, what do you want him to do? Like, the damage has already been done. Like, you can't, he's not a magician. I think, judging from his Champions League performance, if Giroud starts the game, Giroud has to be in there from the beginning. This thing about Tammy just hasn't really
But The thing with that is like starting Giroud means Werner's probably going to play on the wing. And that man, Timo Werner is not Timo Werner on the wing. That's what I think. Like Timo is not Timo on the wing.
Decisions.
Like
decisions.
Like if Giroud or Tammy starts, Timo is going on the wing. And if Timo goes on the wing, he's going to have to put 110% to be Timo Werner. Whereas if he's playing down the middle, then
I think Lampard has had it easy up to now so far this season. I think now he's really gonna have to make decisions. I think he has to be a manager now because everyone is fit, everyone can play. Is Werner gonna go down the middle? Pulisic wants to play. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Yeah.
No, but whatever happens, I think at some point then Christian Pulisic just has to play. Because when I look at Chelsea, you know, maybe it's because I've watched a bit of basketball here and there. But when you look at a team, just like in basketball, when you look at a team like the Lakers, yes, they've got some good players, but you know it's LeBron's team, it's LeBron James's team. When I look at Chelsea, I just get the sense that this team it's Christian Pulisic's
team.
No, get out of here, man.
Wait. No. Just looking at everything.
I feel like it's more Zuma's team than Pulisic's team, to be honest.
No,
it's more Kurt Zuma's team than it is Pulisic's team.
Give me a chance. Of course, he's been injured lately, in and out of the team, but I'm not just saying look at the things on the pitch. Let's look at the whole package. You look at Christian Pulisic, and he's also American, and he's so good. He's sponsored by Nike. Chelsea is sponsored by Nike. Wait, guys. His face is
related.
No, wait. His face is money. This is his team. It's just time for him to step up. If he starts scoring a few more on the pitch, this will become Christian Pulisic's team. I'm not saying he's going to be the captain or anything, but I think he's going to be like the key player for Chelsea.
Yeah, no, it's true. He's a likable guy. A lot of people love him. You know, Captain America, everyone knows him as Captain America. You know, he's the one who saves the team.
I would say this is N'Golo Kante's team before I say this is
it's more Kante.
He's gone left now.
No, but wait.
He's gone left.
I can agree with you. Like, I can agree with what you said in terms of, like, I went through a phase when I was asking everyone, I was like, are we going to get, like, a new Hazard? Like, is anyone going to be Hazard? Like, Hazard was for Chelsea, are we going to get another Hazard? And, like, a lot of people are like, yeah, I'm not sure. Some people like Timo Werner, but majority said Pulisic is going to be the new Havertz. Not now, but they're like, how we saw Havertz is how we're going to see Pulisic in the future. So I can agree with you on that. But right now, maybe not right now. Like, maybe Pulisic in 2 years, we'll be calling him Hazard. Maybe. But right now, like, no.
If he doesn't get as injured as much as he does now.
Yes, I agree with Nakai. The injuries are the problem. What I'm saying, I'm not saying that Christian Pulisic is the best player on Chelsea right now, but he can be the face. Of course, Kante, I think ability-wise, is the best in his position. He's the best player at Chelsea at the moment, N'Golo Kante. But you look at him, when he plays, everything is all right. But as we get off the pitch, the face, he's not the guy who's going to go to interviews. He's not the guy who's going to be the face of it. You understand?
If you're looking at it like that,
that's why I said the whole package. This is Christian Pulisic.
I mean, also for
like the face of the club.
So like Kante can't, even if he wanted to, like even if he wanted to go to an interview, like like.
Guys, I feel like we're not giving Leeds any love. We haven't even spoken about Leeds. When we have like 4 Chelsea supporters on the panel, no one has said something good about Bamford.
I can say something. Like,
Okay.
Like, I remember in our last thing when you guys asked like who's the most impressive player. For me, it's still Patrick Bamford. I mean, people are creeping up, you know, but for me, it's still Bamford. And I'm not even trying to say what about Chelsea, but if Bamford scores against us, like I'm not even going to be mad. Like essentially, like I'm not even going to be pissed. I mean, maybe if he scores like the winning goal in the 93rd minute, then yes. But like this guy, like when I watch him, he's playing like football, you know. And I'm not going to be surprised if he messes up Mendy's clean sheet record. Like I can see Patrick Bamford doing something this weekend.
Although sometimes he's a bit quiet in games. There are games where it's like I forget he's even on the pitch.
Yeah.
I mean, the last game against Everton, did he really do anything spectacular? I don't remember.
But the thing is with him, one thing I have seen is like he plays really good, but he doesn't get the goal, if you know what I mean. Like I would say, you know what Tammy did this weekend where he had a lot of chances, but he didn't score. Like that was him like missing chances. But with Patrick, it's like the goalkeeper would have made an amazing stop. Like he puts pressure on goalkeepers. That's one thing I've seen. Like when he gets the ball in the 18 area, the shot's going to be on target. It might be stopped, deflected, but he puts pressure on defenders and goalkeepers. Even if he doesn't come out with a goal, like it's one of those, he's like a Salah. Like, you know that if he's in the box, you guys are,
he's a problem.
Yeah. So if he gets in the box, Mendy needs to be, ready.
I also think Chilwell.
Nah, Mendy's ready for anything.
Chilwell is also going to have more of a challenge this weekend, I think, against Rafinha. I think Rafinha.
Oh, yeah.
Just a nice test for Chilwell this weekend.
I actually wanted to touch on that because I think the Rafinha guy Rafinha has been very good. I think it's gonna cause problems for Chilwell. I think that's when we're gonna find out if we've really put our money, on a good left back. I don't particularly like the guy because maybe I just wanted us to buy someone else, Region, for example. But
I don't like that guy. I don't like that guy. I don't think going forward, Chilwell is. I don't think he's.
No, I disagree. I disagree.
Going forward,
I'm on Chilwell's side.
Going forward, Chilwell. Have you seen crosses from Chilwell with that left leg? Like Chilwell,
I think he's better defensively.
But like Chilwell. Yeah, but have you seen Chilwell goes up like a lot? Like Chilwell is up a lot. Like he is up a lot.
Yeah, but sometimes he's fighting a ball.
Scoring. Like he's a left back who is scoring. Okay, lately he hasn't been scoring, but think about like around match week 6, 5, like when Chilwell was scoring and stuff. Like Chilwell is using his head, like, and he's not the tallest player.
Yeah.
But like when Reece James crosses
that
ball, Chilwell is in the corner ready to head at that ball. Like when the ball touches Reece's foot, like Chilwell is there with his head. Like he's playing like it's crazy. It's crazy.
Here's my problem with Chilwell is his crosses. I think his crosses could be better. Maybe it's because I also look at the quality that used to come in with Alonso. Maybe that's why I compared so much. But I just think that's an area where he needs to work on his crossing ability. Because sometimes I don't know. Sometimes it's almost as if he just whips balls in and he's like.
I get that, but if you say like Alonso's quality, like Alonso was good up front. Like Alonso could be an attacking midfield if he wanted, but then Alonso left a big gap back there. But with Chilwell, you don't necessarily have to worry about that gap. Like Chilwell, he can run up front, but when Chilwell's up there, you're not going to be thinking, oh man, what if the ball goes, back there? You know that Chilwell, he can go up front and he can run back. Whereas Alonso, he was amazing up front, crosses, tap-ins, headers, everything. But you'd be scared. You'd be like, man, please hurry back, hurry back. Whereas with Chilwell, he's got it. He's gonna go back. So like Chilwell, I feel like he's solid at the back and he's solid up front. Alonso was better up front, but like defensively, like Chilwell is like he's just more solid,
Yeah, he's better all around.
I agree. Yeah. Chilwell's actually impressed me because I thought he wasn't gonna be a good signing, but he's actually very good. I've been impressed, to be honest. I wanted the guy that went to Tottenham. I still like that guy better, but yeah. No,
I don't like that guy at all.
Wait, it's just because you've been in Spain, and I don't think people from Spain actually really appreciate him as much as he's supposed to be appreciated. You see,
the thing is, I feel like it's not me necessarily saying he's better than Chilwell. Like I would say they're more or less the same left back, But for me, I feel like there was a lot of hype about him. Like there was too much hype for someone who you would think this is like, And I don't know. I just felt like you guys were like overplaying. He's playing good. He's playing amazing. But like I feel like you guys just put too much on his name too early. So that's why I didn't like him. I mean, of course, it's not his fault, but it just gave me a bad vibe about him.
Okay, so predictions for the Chelsea match. Let's do it quickly before we take a break. I say Chelsea are gonna win 2-0.
I say 3-1.
3-0 or 3-0?
3-1. 3-1.
Oh, I heard 3-all. Okay.
Wow.
3-0.
3-0.
3-0.
Yeah. Chelsea are keeping clean sheets, like 5 clean sheets in the last 8 games, something like that.
But Bamford is there.
No, Mendy is the best signing of the summer transfer window. So yeah, he's gonna keep another clean sheet. So yeah.
Can't debate that, can
Okay, so let's take a break, and next we're gonna be looking at Liverpool versus Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Like even after the Chelsea game, he's like, no one's happy. Everyone's silent in the lock. And I'm like, and then there's Lampard who was like, okay, we're good. We're going to keep moving forward. And I'm like, if you put that much pressure on your players to the point where they're not happy with the draw against Chelsea, then the day that freaking Burnley scores 2 goals, you're going to have a meltdown for the next 5 weeks. So he's putting way too much pressure on them. Like, it's not a big deal.
But I think the thing with if you have a team like that is, if you get, let's say they get to 18 games or 20 games and they are still there, they can be a big problem.
Yeah.
Then it can be a big problem, because now they're like, okay, hold on, what's going on? We
might actually win.
Exactly. It's like Leicester that season.
Yeah.
You were saying? She was gonna say something.
Yeah, Nakai was trying to say something.
Oh no, sorry. I was just saying, I think now it's too early to make a definitive decision and to put all your money, all your eggs in one basket and say, yeah, Tottenham. It's not a matter of if they're gonna fall, it's a matter of when they're going to fall. We're just waiting. We're just waiting for it to happen. Really.
There's some Tottenham haters here, and I don't like it.
It's not like Tottenham hater, but like, they're the ones messing us up, They're messing us up. So, plus, like, guys, what happens in the Prem after Christmas? Like Christmas, I don't know what happens over Christmas, but teams will just come back like look at United. They were playing like terrible, and then they went over Christmas, and like they came back and they won like the next 10 games clean. Like literally, we could come back from Christmas and we could lose everything after that. Like, literally, United could come from the Christmas break and be on fire. So we don't know. I think January will tell us where things stand.
Okay.
I hope
let's get back to business now. Let's get back to business. It was Liverpool versus Wolves, and I think Nigel had something to say about Liverpool. He doesn't actually like Liverpool. I don't know why.
I just think this game is going to be very interesting. I think Wolves will definitely cause a lot of problems for Liverpool, even if they don't have Raul Jimenez. I think their pace when attacking or on the counter will be very difficult for Liverpool too, especially when they don't have their favorite players, and Trent and Van Dijk at the back. I think it'll be a very difficult match for Liverpool.
Nakai?
That's just what I think.
I think one thing, I don't know if it's already been said, and I think I said something along the same lines last video, is that I think Liverpool have proved that, look, we might not have our star players, our golden boys, but we will still come and, give you a game. Like, it's not going to be easy. I think even the game against Brighton, sure, it was a draw, but then even the one before that where they won, where they kept a clean sheet, and then also in the Champions League again, where they won and they kept a clean sheet. I think they're showing that we are Liverpool, whether we have Trent or not. We are Liverpool, whether we have Van Dijk or not. Do you know what I mean? Like, we are still, like, every player there is coming with 100%. Like, I think Liverpool have proved to us that it's like, we still come strong even if we're missing key players.
Let's invite go.
Okay. Wait, I forgot what. Okay, I was gonna say I agree with Nakai in terms of like Liverpool really surprised me with like all those injuries and they still won, which is something that like like she said, everything she said was right about them still bringing up a game when they have no players. But another thing that Liverpool has shown me this season is like they can be very inconsistent. Like Liverpool, I don't know how. Like how did they draw against like Brighton? Like Liverpool, they can literally come on and play like Arsenal. You know what I mean? Or they could come on and play like how they did last season. What like, you know, the type of football that won them the league. So with Liverpool, I don't know. It's just kind of difficult to now tell how they're gonna do, like ahead of games, because they just haven't been like that consistent for me. And on the Wolves side, it kind of sucks that they don't have Jimenez, which is, you know, their key striker. But like if you watch like the rest of the game, like Pedro Neto played just like Raul. Like he literally he stepped up, and I think he's gonna step up again. Plus now Wolves is playing with we're playing for Raul, you know? And I've seen with like a lot of teams that once their key player gets injured, it's like the adrenaline is crazy. Like they want to do it for Raul, so they're gonna bring everything they have. Plus they have Pedro, who is just as good.
I think another thing with Liverpool now is, yes, they win games. They win games sometimes. But for me, it's how they're winning the games. You know, I don't know how long they can keep that up, but I don't think it's going to keep going for a long time. And to also talk about how they're playing at the moment, I think without Trent, without Van Dijk, without those guys, they've had to almost change the way they play. Liverpool don't press the way they used to press now.
Yeah.
They don't press with that high line, that intensity now. They almost have to drop back in a way, get that shape. And sometimes they actually have to contain some pressure. They have to have periods in games where they're getting bashed, and they just have to hold on. So that's why I'm saying the Wolves game will be interesting. I don't think it's going to be easy for Liverpool. I don't think it's going to be an easy. If they win, yeah, they'll maybe, but I don't think it's going to be that easy.
Can I be boring?
Go on.
Yeah, can I be boring, guys? I'm just asking for your permission.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go on.
This is going to be as obvious a Liverpool win as you've seen in a long time. Without Raul Jimenez, this is not even a contest. This is not going to be a contest. Liverpool.
But on the break,
it's going to be typical Wolves. It's going to be typical Wolves. They come, they give a fight, they concede a goal. Somewhere like 30 minutes, they play, they keep giving a fight. 50 minutes, they concede another goal, then that's game over. 2-0 to Liverpool.
But look, I don't know how accurate my stat is.
Yes.
But hasn't I know Jimenez is like the star of like Wolves, but has he not scored in the past 3 Prem games?
Yeah, he hasn't scored.
I don't think. So it's not like he's been banging in goals, you know. So his absence will be felt, but it's not like he's not been scoring. It's like right now, if you take Aubameyang out of Arsenal, who's their star, it's not going to make a big difference because he was not banging. You know what I mean? So it's just going to be a slight.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying. I mean, it's not going to be that easy. It's not going to be as easy as Tinashe is making it seem.
Listen, if there's any bettors in the comment section, give us your betting tips. But I've already given you mine. Liverpool is just going to win this match. Then we move on with life. It's gonna be as simple as that. I don't know if you guys want.
I think we're gonna hear Klopp complaining again at the end of the game.
Definitely.
I don't like Klopp right now.
Of course, he's complaining too much. I don't like him as well. God. I don't like him as well, but I just feel like he's got enough to win this match. He's got about.
He knows his team is under pressure. He knows it. That's why he's complaining so much.
Yeah, he's trying to buy an advantage. He's trying to buy an advantage from the perception from fans and media and everything. He's just trying to gain some liking from people.
But sympathy.
He wants people to pity him.
Sympathy, exactly.
Yeah, he needs that.
They won the league and now they think the world revolves around them.
Exactly.
Oh my God, can you please say that louder? Can you say that louder for me? Wait, I don't think people heard it. Just say it one more time. The arrogance of this team. The arrogance. This is a team that was chilling for 30 years. And now suddenly.
Exactly. Now they want to change the rules. Oh, can we have 5 subs?
Exactly.
Boy,
right?
Exactly. come on. It's so annoying.
Yeah. I don't like Liverpool, their manager, their fans right now. I feel like they just need to relax because it's not like this is their third, league in the last 3 years. Like, come on, like it's been a dry 30 years, so I think they should like humble themselves a bit.
Calm down. They're just like a Leicester right now.
Like they should just, and the crazy thing is, like, after they beat us 5-3 right before the prize giving ceremony, like Lampard walked over to Klopp and he's like, dude, you need to relax. You're getting a bit arrogant. Like, he literally said that, and he went over and he's like, calm yourself. This is the Premier League. This is not Syria, okay? Like,
oh, is that the game where they had the altercation by the sideline?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Lampard said something like, calm your teeth, just chill a bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're done speaking about Liverpool and Wolves, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Or you guys still want to go on and on about how Wolves might beat Liverpool, even though it's not going to happen?
I think it's going to go 2-2. I think it's going to be a draw 2-2.
2-1 Liverpool.
I think it's going to be a narrow win.
They're getting back to their senses, Niger. You see, they left you alone.
No way. 2-2.
Okay, now we're going to be visiting. Let me try to be as slow as possible. Visiting the match where David Moyes, and I repeat, David Moyes. Let me say it like 5 times. David Moyes might get a chance to beat Manchester United, the team that ill-treated him, in my opinion. Of course, maybe was never good enough, but he was ill-treated, and I want him to beat Manchester United.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. These teams are coming into the match with like a similar records: 3 wins in 5. They've lost 1, they've drawn 1. West Ham have won their last 2 home games versus United, all these stats and everything. But United are on an 8-game away winning streak in the Premier League. Predictions, ladies and gentlemen.
I think United win. Easy.
I see 1-1 draw.
I see a draw.
Yeah.
I think last night changes the weekend for Manchester United, just like it always does.
Where they lose a game, then they have to win the next game.
Yeah, because if he loses this one, then the whole talk again starts. Oh, Solskjaer. So I think they win it.
I'm so happy that I'm not a Manchester United fan. It's so stressful where you just get high this week, the next week you're so low.
Same. But you know what? The thing is, I don't like United at all. But this is like, even if you don't like them or whatever, United is the one team. Sorry, my battery went off. Okay, United is the one team that I will tell you can lose to anyone. Like United, we could play them against Zimbabwe national team and it'll be war. Like United can lose to anyone. Like literally, United can beat Tottenham tomorrow, but they can lose to I don't know, the Warriors. You know what I mean?
What are you trying to say? Are you saying that the Warriors are so bad?
No.
Where's your national pride?
If anyone sees this who plays for the Warriors, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that.
Where's your national pride? And this is going on Instagram. Oh my god.
I meant the Warriors from a different country, okay? Like, okay, we just scratched that little part. Anyway, United can lose to anyone. And I feel like United's wins, some of them are kind of luck, I would say. Like, look at the one against Southampton. Like, that was how you can't tell me they walked in and they won the game. Like, how on earth did they win from 2-0 down? Like, United, I feel like it's just something just clicks on the pitch that just changes everything. It's either that thing clicks or it doesn't. And if it doesn't, they're losing. And if it does, and I feel like that little thing is Cavani. Like if Cavani comes in, he just brings this little, that ups the team and then they end up winning. But they can't keep trying to win by luck or like late goals or like penalties, or like they need to go in and they need to win. They need to go in and kick the other team 3-0, then we can say United won. Because there's always some little,
I think that thing is the manager. I think they go into a game with a certain plan, maybe, of how they want to play, and then you go 1-0 down or 2-0 down against Southampton, and then it's almost as if the players on the field have to just say, guys, come on, we just need to put this together. Like, it's not even about the manager anymore. It's just like, okay, we're playing what we see, like how we feel on the field, and what we think is best. And they go ahead and they do that, and they end up pulling something out of the bag. I just think that's the case. I just think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has no idea what he's doing, honestly, at that time. He has no tactical ability, tactical bone anywhere in his body. I don't see it. I don't see it at all. And I think he's the problem for Manchester United. Yeah.
Nakai, are you also saying that Ole is dead?
He's favored.
He's favored, right?
By the board, by the Man U fans, everyone.
Yeah.
Because he played for Manchester United and he was a player for Manchester United. Exactly. So everybody's like, oh no, let's give him time.
Exactly. He's part of our team, this and that. Because there was a period where United were playing horribly. And there were rumors of, Ole this, Ole that. Nothing ever came of it. And I said, those guys will never fire Ole. He has to. I don't know.
They don't. I hope he stays there for the next 5 years.
Yeah,
no
I was about to say, I think the rival fans secretly wish for Ole to stay in that job for maybe the next 5 to 6 years.
Loud. I want Ole to stay. Like, Ole needs to remain the manager of Manchester United. Like, he must not go anywhere. They must not get Pochettino. They must not get Allegri. They must keep Ole there. Like, they just, like, I just want him to stay.
Okay, in other news, guys, Edinson Cavani might be missing because of, whatever issues have been in the media this week. So is that like maybe a negative for United?
Yeah, definitely. I think up front, they don't have a body at the moment. Martial comes on. I don't know what kind of chance he wants to honestly put the ball in there. I honestly have no idea. After what I saw yesterday, so I think Cavani just gives him that. Hi, Martial. I just think Cavani brings that experience, and that's, he just knows where to be in that moment,
It's the fire
just like
pressure.
what we saw. Yeah, just like what we saw against Southampton. It's just experience. Those runs are experience based. You can't teach that to anyone, honestly.
And I was about to say, there's something I see in Cavani that I rarely see in soccer players. You don't have to see his technical ability, his footballing ability, but just looking at him, he just gives me that feel that it's like he's playing his last ever game. It's like he's been told, this is your last chance to ever play football. Like, that's the attitude. Yeah, that's the attitude he portrays to me when he's on the screen. It's like he's fighting because it's going to be the last time he's going to be able to play football.
He's always looking. He's always attentive, That's the thing with him.
Gosh, I'd kill to have a player like that anytime. I love that attitude.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, not Tammy Abraham, unfortunately.
Tammy, let's not even mention Tammy right now.
I think
let's just not even go there. Like, let's just, okay, what's the next team? Like,
no, but to be fair, guys, Tammy Abraham, I see some improvement from him. He's actually trying to do some things better. We give him a bit of time. Maybe he's gonna be a good player in a couple of years.
Like, I feel like Tammy, his problem is not football, because he's a very good footballer, But I know, like, when I would play tennis, like, a lot of people would say, there's this thing that an athlete has that you can't teach. Like, you can't teach it. Like, look at what Mason does every single time. Like, you can't sit someone down and be like, okay, I want you to fight. I want you to put 100%. It's either in you or it's not. And I don't see it in Tammy. Like skill-wise, he's very skillful. He's a good player. He puts in effort, he tries, but he doesn't have the hunger, you know? You don't see the hunger to go for the ball. I just don't see that.
I feel like if he like misses like maybe 2 chances, or he sees that it's not his day, he automatically shuts down and he'll automatically just switch off from the rest of the game, instead of like what we were talking about with Cavani, in that he, from start to finish, you saw his late goal against Southampton. He's there. He's always pushing until the very last minute. But with Tammy, you know, he was missing all those chances. I mean, after time, he becomes laid back, and he becomes like, it's not my day, and that's it.
That's true. I miss Diego Costa.
Yeah,
I know. And like, have you noticed every time? Okay, this is like not really like, but Tammy, why does he fall a lot? Like, I'm not saying he's looking for penalties, but this guy is 4 and he's on the ground a lot.
No, it's
I think he's just very fragile.
Yeah, he's not strong enough. He's not strong enough.
Like Tammy, like the thing is, like, you'll take the ball away from him, a clean tackle, and he'll sit on the pitch. Like I don't know. Like, I don't see how that, you know.
And he'll sit for like a good 5 minutes.
You literally see him in that position.
As if the ref is gonna do something because you're sitting on the ground. Like, get up and continue with the rest of
exactly.
the game.
And the thing is, like, have you noticed, with Timo or like Mason, these two I've realized, with Timo, Mason, Kante, if they lose the ball, best believe they're gonna go get it. They're gonna try and go get it. But what I see with
Mason sometimes.
Exactly. Like, if Kante loses the ball, and Kante loses the ball relatively a couple of times a game, he's gonna go back and get it, you know. Whereas Tammy, I know he's not supposed to go too deep because he's playing like a number 9. He can't go too deep. But like, if you take the ball from Tammy, he's gonna bag on the next player to try and return it, you know. Whereas Timo, if you take the ball from him, he's gonna run after it and try to get it. I'm not saying he will, but like, there's that thing that, okay, I messed up, let me try to go get the ball. But with Tammy, it's like, oh, I missed it, Mason, go, you know. It's I don't know, I just kind of get that vibe from him.
I just think it's a thing with strikers, honestly. Strikers are just very, you know, I lose the ball. Oh, well, that's that. They're gonna go get it, and then they're gonna have to bring it back to me because I'm the one that scores the goal. Yeah. So I just think it's a thing with strikers. Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. You see, Nigel, you're talking about Chelsea too much. You've got the ladies in their fields now. You see, they were bashing Tammy over here. Come on, guys, it's unfair. Nah, it's unfair.
I just think his finishing can be a bit
better.
Yeah, it can be better.
Sorry,
connecting with the ball, Tammy.
Yeah, Tammy. Okay.
Tammy. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's all we had for this week. I think we'll be back here next week. Thank you for tuning in to the Lead In. Subscribe. We had like so many subscribers who joined our show like in the last week. A whole total of 1 more subscriber during the last week. That was a lot, and we appreciate it. Let's keep growing that way. Okay, goodbye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching TK Sports. For more awesome content from this channel, please subscribe. And also engage with us on our social media platforms down in the description below.